Hey guys, Tim and Donna Avery here with Cooking with Tim. I've got my beautiful bride going to help me tonight with our cooking, and so this is going to be fun. And so if you've not had a chance to watch some of our Cooking with Tim videos, you got to watch them. I think they're funny. Well, of course, I think they're funny because there's me. Because I laugh at myself. I laugh at myself quite a bit.
Yeah, I admit they're funny.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're going to cook something very special. We're going to cook Salsa Verde Enchiladas. Salsa Verde Enchiladas. And they're going to be delicious. And yes, this is a HelloFresh meal. Like I said, we are not sponsored as of yet by HelloFresh, but if they ever want to, they can contact us, Tim and Donna Avery, find us on Visual Testments. We'd love to sponsor these for you guys, but we just love them. We just love them, the boobies. Okay, so yes, that's a word. That's a word. That's an adjective. I just make up words all the time. So if you've been around me long enough, I make up words. Okay, so Salsa Verde Enchiladas. So if you want to get some of these done tonight, and you got this, and you want to know how to make it, simple instructions. We about to go and do it right now.
I got the extras from HelloFresh.
So this is a vegetarian option.
It is a veggie option. So for all our vegetarians out there,
we got to drop some pollo in this. Some pollo.
So if you want, so here's the thing: HelloFresh also has added extras at the end of every the menu. So if you decide that you want to add on some other things, like sometimes it's chicken breast, sometimes it's beef, sometimes it's like dessert, sometimes it's bread, sometimes it's pastas. I usually add on an extra thing of chicken just in case some meals that I choose, even our own private meals that I want to throw chicken in. I'll usually get it from HelloFresh because I'm getting it all in one place. So place it in the chicken after you salt and pepper it. Right. So throw it in there. We got to do the pat the chicken dance because he just wanted me to do
some chicken later. So
we are making this chicken enchiladas. Keep up.
So we're gonna get into this bag of our Salsa Verde Enchiladas with some extra pollo in it. So let's open up our bag. Let's see what we got in this bad boy. That's a lot. Let's put it in that bag. That's like a little Barney bag. Barney. He had a Barney bag. He just pulls stuff out of it all the time. Like, look in the Barney bag. That's what I just felt like I opened up the Barney bag. You got some flour tortillas. That's what I love about HelloFresh. They always got you covered with every single ingredient. Now, I will say that you do need to have stock in salt and pepper and olive oil or any type of cooking oil that you use, and a lot of butter. Yes, a lot of butter. Okay, so salt, pepper, oil, and butter. That's what you need. Pretty much all you need to have for your own stuff. But everything else is provided for you. They got the black beans here. I got the roasted tomatillo, salsa verde. That makes it salsa verde. Got tomatoes. Got nice pepper here. Some onions, sour cream. They even got the spices and some queso, some cheese. Okay, Monterey Jack. All right, now let's get into these steps. As always, wash and dry your produce. Right? Always.
Do you have a dance for that?
I don't have a dance for that one, but just wash and dry them. Just wash and dry them. It's gonna be okay. Just wash and dry them. Very simple. All right. And also, you want at this point in time, you want to go ahead and put your oven to 475 because that's what's required. 475 degrees. So we got that set, and that's heating up right now. I'm gonna get me a knife, and we're about to get slicing. Okay. Wash and dry all produce, core and de-seed, and dice the Poblano. Cut the head off there, something like that. Open up, get all up. You can go right now. Shoot, I know I brought you in for a reason. Oh, you're dropping beats.
Dice. The Poblano. Dice.
Okay, so we're gonna decor.
Make sure you guys like this. Subscribe. Thumbs up, heart, comments, share, subscribe.
So I'm just let me get a little view of what I got going on right here. All right, so I've just decored and de-seeded this Poblano. I like to just rinse this off to get the rest of the seeds out of here. I'm just going to wet it, I'll re-dry a little bit. So
gotta pat
that Poblano. Pat that Poblano. Get rid of your their cords and seeds. Like where they give you a paper bag, I just put all the produce waste, all the rest of the waste and trash in there as I go to keep the kitchen nice and clean, so I'm not overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff. Okay. All right. So it says to core, deseed, and dice poblano. So we're going to dice this bad boy. We're not going to slice it into slivers like we've done in the past. We're going to dice it up. All right. So I'm going to make some nice little slices down here on this poblano, just like that. Watching them fingers. I like all my fingers. Don't want to lose none of them. I'm sure you don't want to lose any of them either. So we're going to dice that poblano on down. Okay. That's some nice big healthy pieces.
Mm-hmm. Say something in the chat if you have any questions. Make sure you say something in the chat so we can answer you.
Yep. We're gonna dice that down, and in the meantime, because we have to add this step in for the chicken, because like I said, this recipe, this enchilada recipe, it's a vegetarian one, so we don't have any steps to make the chicken. But we've made chicken a lot in the past with this, so we know kind of what to do and where to put this in. Okay, so in a minute here on step 3B, we're gonna call it step 3B. 3B. We're gonna make the chicken step on there. Okay, so if you have this version where it's vegetarian and we get to step 3B, don't worry about it. Okay, just keep moving. But if you want 3B in there, you just follow along. Okay, now I got my poblano nice and diced right there. Thank you very much. See what else we got going on. Finely diced tomatoes. So we're gonna push our cutting board. Remember, always use a cutting board. If you're new to cooking and dicing and slicing, get yourself a cutting board. You see how smiley face she is right now? If I wasn't cutting on a cutting board, she'd have a different face. Show the other face you would make right now if I didn't have a cutting board. She'd be like this.
I would cut.
Ooh, she would cut you. So get yourself a cutting board, relatively inexpensive.
Yep.
Get you one. Okay, so we're gonna finely dice this tomato. Okay, if you're from England and you're watching this, it's called a tomato, not a tomato. You hate that word, right? It's not a tomato. It's not a tomato. It's a tomato, right? So those of us living stateside, it's a tomato. If you live in the South, it's a mater. So you say tomato, I say tomato. If you live in the South, it's little maters. We got a lot of maters growing outside. We live in South Carolina. We grow tomatoes all the time.
Yeah, comment below where you're watching us
from. Yeah, where you watching us from? Let us know, because that'd be fun to know who's tuning into this. So I've got my tomato nice and finely diced. Got some nice little square chunks there going on. See, just line that up on my board. All right, what else we got next? We've got the onions. Okay, you can see Dawna over there. She's already pat her chicken dry, and now she's salt and peppering it. So she's already kind of going ahead and doing step 3. That's what she's doing over there. She's shaking it up over there. She's getting her chicken packed dry. Put a little oil in that pan, and then she's gonna cook that meat on it. Okay. So that was step 3B. She's gonna go ahead and get that started. That's all right. Yeah, go ahead and get it started.
That's my cue, you guys.
That's her cue. So she can go ahead and oil up her little pan. Oil up a little pan.
Now, are you needing this pan?
No, I'm not gonna need that one. Okay. You can use that one. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. For us over here in the forefront, in the background, she's gonna cook that chicken. In the forefront, we're gonna slice up this onion. So we're gonna slice it up. Now, one of the things you'll do with the scallion or this green onion is that you will slice it all the way down, and then once you get to the white part, you want to keep your whites and your greens part of the scallion separated. Okay. Good. So once you get down to about that part, that's all whites. Okay, you're gonna keep that separate. I've got a little bit of green on this one little leg right there. So I'm gonna cut that out. The rest of this light green to white, you're gonna cut that down. You're gonna save that as your whites. Okay, you're gonna separate that. You're gonna part this part of your white. Y'all know what your chicken, you let it cook. You let it cook. Okay. All right. All right. The very end, the very nubs, if you got little roots on, you don't need that. Cut out. All right, now we got that done. Now we're gonna drain our beans. Okay, now this is important. When you drain your beans, I got my little strainer right here in a little bowl. You want to catch the bean juice. Catch that bean juice. All right. Now, just be careful how you open this thing, these little packages. So all I did was just both sides over here, You'll see the directions on there. It says squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna tear that off and then squeeze it together. Okay. Tear along the thing and then squeeze it together. Squeeze four corners together like that. Like that.
Okay.
Once you got it squeezed up like that.
Let's pull that away from that.
Okay. And then you're gonna tear it across the top. Okay. So you can go like this. Okay. See? You got to stand up just like that. And now you're going to tear across the top. That's all I'm going to do. Now, you see how I got this white shirt on? You see how I got this white shirt on? Let's see how much bean juice I get. Let's see how much bean juice I get on this shirt. See, it's perforated. Yeah. Boom, shaka laka, that bean juice. Look at it. Okay, so here we go. I got my strainer inside of another bowl. We want to capture that bean juice and get it in there. Okay. Yes, I'm patting it. You see the wrist action right there? That's from playing drums. Okay. That's 8th grade and 9th grade playing drums. 8th, 9th, and senior high school playing drums. Okay. That wrist action. All right, she's got that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this cutting knife just to kind of get the wrangle with the rest of my beans. I'm gonna put my little bean in there, and then I'm gonna try to capture and shake these beans, bean juice down in there. Okay, so I've captured quite a bit of bean juice already. That's good. We're gonna need that for later. Okay, that's very important. We need our bean juice. We need that bean juice. We need a bean juice. We're gonna make a beverage out of the bean juice. A beverage. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so next we need to do is thinly slice our chili. Now see the little guy right here? That's the little chili. Make sure you slice it. That joke is hot too. If you don't like somebody, tell them to eat it right now. And don't give them no milk. Don't give them no milk. I'm sorry. I'm not advocating. I'm not advocating any harm to nobody. But if you want to see somebody laugh, see somebody cry, ooh, at the same time, then we slice this little pepper. Okay, this little chili. We already diced up the big poblano. We're gonna dice this little tiny chili. And really be careful to isolate it from the rest because you're gonna use that for later. Okay. All right. All right. Next, we're gonna heat up our little stuff over here. So we're gonna put a little powder. For a little pan over here. All right. So we got our oil. Okay. Our little pan here. All right. Because I hadn't broadcasted it. I hadn't released the patent on that. I hadn't released the patent on the pat that chicken dance yet, so it ain't on Alexa. So, but when it gets famous, and you know, and you request Alexa play that pat that chicken dance by Tim Avery, then she gonna play the pat that chicken dance by Tim Avery. But for right now, it ain't available. It's only available on this YouTube channel. All right. All right, now I've got my heated oil right here going on in my pan right now. We're going to add the poblanos, okay? So all the poblanos, not the little chili pepper. Don't put that chili pepper in there, just the poblanos, okay? Poblanos in there. Preferably not a tomato that got snuck up in there just a minute ago. Put all of our poblanos in there, okay? I'm doing it the slow Tim Avery way, but that's okay. If you got a fancy cutting board, you can just slide it on in there. But I got too much over here to try to just slide it in there, so I'm just being very careful. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I've learned my lessons. I get overdone with some things. So here we go. We got this going right here. I got to check the light bulb. Oh. I guess you gotta add that to the honeydew list.
You don't pay me enough. I both take that.
My light bulb just took a break. So 3 to 4 minutes, but those poblanos gonna cook on that on this little pan I got here. Okay, they're gonna cook in there for about 3 to 4 minutes. So they're nice and soft. Okay. It says meanwhile, reserve 1/2 teaspoon of Southwest spices. 1/2 teaspoon of the Southwest spices. So here, okay, so it says 1 tablespoon of Southwest spice blend. So I need 1/2 of a teaspoon of a South. Okay, so you know what? Honestly, you can get a little teaspoon thing. If you're that into your measuring, that's fine. I'm just gonna get a teaspoon out that I have like this because I'm one of the folks. Trying to get this.
Get the teeth mark all over.
Trying to get it open to where I don't inhale it because I did it last time. If I did like this, and I got it open halfway, and poof, it was all up in my face, all up in my throat. I couldn't breathe, y'all. Couldn't breathe. I had so much spices and stuff in my mouth. No side note to HelloFresh. This needs to have a perforated edge somewhere on this package to get it open. I'm gonna have to do what I'm gonna have to do to make one. Slide my perforated knife across the top and try to get it open. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease and butter. All right. Okay. She's got my jalapeno stirring over there. I'm gonna reserve me half of a teaspoon. I'm gonna set that to the side because it says reserve it. If I overcook, you see, I'm just grabbing off the heating element. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. So that's about 2 to 3 minutes, so we good there. No big deal. All right. Now, in a second small bowl, you'll once poblano softened, add tomatoes, scallions, and the scallion whites. Okay, so we're gonna add our tomatoes to our poblanos in the pan and our scallion whites. Just our scallion whites on this, okay? Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. All right. That looks so pretty. So pretty. Remember, you could go with tomatoes. You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know what dance move I'm about to pop out for you. But don't right now. All right. So here we go. Scallion whites, half beans, 2 tablespoons of reserved liquid. Okay, so half of the beans. So you got your beans there, half of them. So you have to eyeball that. I'm just gonna use my little handy dandy. And then it says 2 tablespoons. Okay, TBSP. 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. That's what Count Dracula for you right there. How's that chicken coming out?
It's done.
Ooh, y'all, look at this chicken. Show me that chicken on that camera. With our chicken. She done diced it on up. It's looking and smelling spectacular. She didn't get a great job with that.
Some Southwestern spice left over too from the previous. So if you don't like it real spicy every time and they send you extra, then I had set one aside and for such an occasion as this.
It says we're also going to add the remaining Southwest spices to the pan. Boom. All right, we just dump it on in there. Okay. So now we got us a nice little mixture going on right here. That smells delectable. Even my dog's come in for a little sniff. You know, he may not be very, he may not hear us sometimes. He may not see us sometimes. But that sniffer work, y'all. He come in here sniffing around. That sniffer is working.
You see our dog?
You see him down there?
Our pug, 15 years old.
That's old man Winter down there.
His name is Riley.
All right. So we got that going. So stir until fragrant, warm through, and then so 2 to 3 minutes. So this, we're gonna put a little salt and pepper for spice and taste. Well, we got no spices in there, but this salt and pepper is just to kind of make everything live on up. You may be asking, why do you put salt and pepper after you just put that Southwest spices? Well, salt and pepper just kind of brings alive all those spices and really just gives it more flavor. Or I would say accentuates that flavor. Okay, it just makes it more better. It just makes it taste a little bit more better. Okay. That's been warmed through. Isn't that delicious? Can you smell it through the screen? Can you smell it through the screen? Okay. All right, so our burger is going. It's already ready. I didn't heard the beep off already. All right, so we're on step number 4. We got 3D done. We're on step number 4. It says heat a large drizzle of oil in a small pot for medium-high heat and add remaining beans and cook, stirring slightly and softened. So slightly softened. Okay, so we got the other bean thing there going. I'm going to add some large drizzle of oil in there. Now a little small pan. So I've got this little guy right here. I'm going to turn this fan on just a little bit. I said a little bit, don't get overzealous. Fan want to be on like, you know, like I'm here too. I want to be in the show too. I want to be in the show. I want to be. All of that. I got my bean juice still reserved. I still have a little bit of that left over. 2 to 3 minutes, and then so I'm going to add the rest of my bean juice to this. Then I'm going to get my smusher. Can you get my smusher? If you don't know what a smusher is, that's a mashed potato smasher. But you can use this for beans. We're going to smash our beans on up here on this step number 4. So your remaining bean juice, you're going to pour it in after about 2 minutes. Smoosh it up. Smoosh it on up in that pan. And then we're going to get us a tablespoon of butter. Get us a table. See how I'm talking about? Like some of these butters, can you see that? It's got the tablespoons marked off on there, 1 tablespoon. You can't mess it up, y'all. Okay. So it says use how many tablespoons? Okay, 1 tablespoon of butter if it's just 2, y'all. 2 tablespoons of butter if it's 4, y'all. So I'm not gonna count that. That's just being silly. Okay. I'm gonna put it on in there and get us a tablespoon of butter. Okay, boom, shaka. It's usually 3 of us, so I just go ahead and do it for 4 because here's a little inside tip for y'all. If it's just the 2 of you, like me and my beautiful bride over here, we cook for 4, even if it is just 2 of us, because after dinner, the next day, guess what? We got lunch, y'all. That's 2 meals in 1, y'all. Y'all can't beat that. 2 meals in 1. And we got to put it on the side. All right. All right. So we got a 1 tablespoon turn off heat mash with mashed potato smoosher. Okay. That's been cooking already. The rest of our potato. The rest of our bean juice in there. Turn off the heat and just get the smashing. I'm just gonna get the smooshing. That's all I'm doing. Okay, just smooshing it. Just smooshing it on up. You want to close up on the smooshing? Little smooshing action. See that? Smooshing action. Smooshing. Okay. So I'm gonna continue to smoosh. Dawna doesn't like me messing with the camera. I just like smooshing. Okay, I'm gonna keep smooshing my beans up. You're gonna see when it's the right consistency. Now, if you don't have a smoosher, you just get you a spoon or something that's rounded. I mean, you can get in here and use the back end of this ladle and just smash it with that. You know, that's good enough. You do that. Just find something that you can smoosh with. And then next time you're at the store, buy you a smoosher. If you're gonna cook for 10 hours, you need a smoosher. Especially if you're making mashed potatoes, you're gonna need you a smoosher. All right. You need a smoother. All right. So you got your heat off. I know. Turn your heat off. Turn mine off. We don't need to burn our beans. We just need to smoosh our beans. Okay, our beans have been smooshed. Just to make sure they're really smooth. Okay.
We like them thoroughly smooth.
I like smooth beans. All right. Okay, now let's see. Turn off heat. Okay, I need to add my booter in there. Boom, that was easy. That was so hard.
Do we turn this heat off?
And until mostly smooth, season with plenty of salt and pepper. Okay, yeah, that's done.
It's on.
Okay. All right, so if you got your mixture here, this is good. About ready to go. Just turn it off. It's good. Look at it. All right, and then you're just letting your booter melt down into your beans. All right, and then I'm going to put a salt and pepper in there. You know, you like to use this pink Himalayan salt, a little bit better for you. And that's it. Okay, you're getting there, y'all. You are getting there. This one's almost in the bag. Okay, almost in the bag. Almost in the history books. This one is. Okay, almost done. All right. So I'm just trying to clean up a little bit as I go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's look at step number 5. Step number 5 is prepping all these tortillas, okay? So we got everything ready to go. We got our mixture of our beans, tomatoes, green onions, peppers. We got our chicken that we've added, and we've got our beans, okay? So you can see that this is getting a nice little mixture of creamy bean concoction, okay? It's looking real good, okay? So we're going to continue like that. Melt that booter, melt on in there. All right, so while we got that booter going.
While he's doing that, I want to say, one of the things that we always recommend too is if you end up having somebody that, just in case, friends drop over at the last minute and obviously you might not have enough. So this is why we like to add chicken to it, even though we do a lot of the vegetarian. We love the vegetarian, especially if we're doing a Daniel fast. But a lot of the other options too are just have a bag salad ready. You can add so much more to this. You can add regular refried beans to it. You can add, pintos. You can add extras to it to make it more fuller. So we usually try and have avocados. You can add that on the back end of if you want to order extra on HelloFresh. They sometimes have avocado options that you can add to it. Around, so if I want to make guacamole dip or something like that to make this more of a fuller recipe because some friends dropped by, there you go.
Fantastic. Okay, I just got my tortillas open. Okay, I just got my tortillas. This is the next step. We're gonna fill everything into each tortilla. Okay, so you want to kind of do that as easily as possible as you go along. If you've already got your tortillas identified, and I'm gonna eat this tortilla, and you're doubling down on that, and you realize you ran out of tortilla stuffing, it's because you just messed it up. You were just being greedy. That's all that was. And I know because I do it all the time. Okay. So what you want to do is I just pull out a plate, got my tortillas, open them up. Salsa Verde. All right. Let me put that Salsa Verde in here anywhere. Oh, yeah. I ain't seen no Salsa Verde on this thing so far. What is Salsa Verde? I'm nowhere in there. I ain't seen nothing about no Salsa Verde. I'm reading real fast. Okay, step number 5: spread tortillas and mashed beans. Spread tortillas with mashed beans. Okay, you could kind of do this kind of couple at a time. I'm gonna kind of put 2 of my little. Get yourself a baking pan. I'm sorry. My bad, yo. Get you a baking pan. Okay, something you can bake in. Something that's got some walls on the side. Okay, be small, big, whatever. Okay, and so I'm just gonna put. So I've got just some of them in here. All I'm gonna do is grab my spoon and just start filling this stuff up. I'm gonna put some in the middle there, just a little bit. Remember, don't be greedy. You got yours already identified, I know, but you gotta fill up 6. Don't be greedy. All right, so your feeling of your tomatoes, beans, and peppers. Just put a little bit in there. Don't be greedy. Get them in there. And then we're gonna put some chicken in there. So I'm gonna put some chicken. All right, I'm doing 2 at 3 at a time right now.
Honestly, if you're vegetarian, you don't have to.
You're skipping this step. Don't worry about it. So a little chicken in each. Good. All right. So then that's that step. I'm gonna fold these over. Okay. And so what I'm gonna do is fold them up and over, and just kind of lay them across in each other, just to kind of set them up to each other. Okay. So how do you want to grab that camera so they can kind of see what I'm doing? Right. So I just kind of, you can roll them up. It says, okay, place the small amount of filling in one each half and roll up the tortillas. So you can do it like this, or you can kind of roll it like this, and you kind of flip it over. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to follow instructions. We're going to follow instructions. You're just going to kind of roll them over like this. And you can tell when you put too much in there because they won't roll completely over. But that's the one you probably identified as yours, so it's going to be okay. That's right. All right, so now that you've done that, you made a little bit of room for the next round.
You can always put that in there too.
You got the rest of your beans. You know, spread it in. You can spread your beans in there. As you saw me, I just kind of placed them kind of somewhat center. I'm gonna put this last one over here. So you should have plenty of beans to go around for all 6 of your tortillas. You know, our oven's already ready for us to put these in here. So it's already at 475. We're not gonna cook it very long. I think we're maybe cooking this for maybe 10, 15 minutes if I remember correctly, even less than that. But because everything's pretty much already cooked, we're just kind of congealing all this stuff together. So that's the fun part. Okay. So I'm just putting all of our stuff together, loading everything together. See how easy this stuff has come together? Isn't that wonderful?
It does say to, let's see. It does say to wait on top rack until salsa is bubbly and cheese melts 3 to 5 minutes.
See? You're not even putting it in there very long.
It just gives us enough time to make our sour cream Southwest spice crema sauce. And
okay. Rolling it together, and just kind of stacking it together.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Not a big deal. Now, if you want to just skip this step and have soft tacos, you can have your little soft tacos and just make it a wrap. That's it. Call it a wrap. Okay, so that was step number 5. Now it says spoon enough salsa over it to generously coat and some left over. So now we're going to take our green tomatillo Salsa Verde sauce. We're going to pop each side up. Work with me. All right, somebody got too happy with the glue gun there. All right, so we're going to tear this across the top here. Okay, come on. There we go. Get started there. We're going to pour this generously. Now, I could have probably used a smaller pan and it would have been fine. We're going to pour this across the top like this, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, if you got a little spoon or something like this, you can kind of smear it a little bit better to kind of get the good coating on all that stuff. You got one of these, and just make it look more beautiful, more professional, or whatever, to your liking. Spread it as best you can. And then that one will throw that back in there. Sprinkle the Monterey cheese on here. Look, we're almost done with this, y'all. Can you see how far we good? Shoot. My fingers get slippery. And so it's good to have a little white towel handy. Otherwise, you can chew and draw your food and packaging.
Look at that. Amazing. Yeah.
That's okay.
Amazing.
I'm just trying to get the cheese open. Okay. We're going to sprinkle this cheese across the top right here. And look, y'all, we pretty much know all of our ingredients. Bacon on the top rack, 35 minutes, and that's it. Okay. I can't see y'all. I had something in there that was smoking, and my eyes is burning. Ew. My bad. Just keeping it real. Okay. I can't see nothing because I can't see nothing. Okay. We're gonna make us some crema. Woo. While enchiladas bake, add sour cream to the bowl. Reserve with a half a teaspoon of spice. Stir in warm water, 1 tablespoon at a time, and make sure you got the drizzle that you like. Okay, so we're gonna put that sour cream, rip it up into this little tiny bowl. Okay. Sour cream. We got our little half tablespoon. Be careful. I'm being careful. Yep, I'm being careful. Oh, you want some? You want some? The dog didn't went crazy. You know me. Hey, listen here, little dog. Listen here, little dog. I'll tell you what. All right, so we're gonna make our little crema. Store in 1 tablespoon of teaspoon at a time of warm water until the drizzly consistency. Salt, season with salt and pepper. And go with it. Okay, so you're gonna put 1 tablespoon of or teaspoon of water. I've done this enough to know what it's just a squirt of water. It's pretty much what it is. But you know, if you're unsure, just do that 1 teaspoon at a time. You see, I'm just mixing this up. I don't know if you can see this or not. So hold it down. This is kind of the consistency you want. You know, and if you got some extra sour cream in the refrigerator and you want more of this crema, or you just screwed it up, you put way too much water in it. You just add a little bit more sour cream and just you know, whatever, just mix it in, experiment. You know, it's okay. It's good to have a little extra crema. It's okay. You have a little extra crema, it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Got the crema. All right, so that's been about 3 to 5 minutes. I didn't set my timer, but it did say to make sure that it looks bubbly and cheesy. It's about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, but like I said, you always want to set your timer because that always helps. So what I am just for sakes, just so I know where that is. And so I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in our little crema. Salt, a little pepper. Mix that on up. And our little crema concoction here. As much chili. Now this is where our chilies come in that we sliced up. You put as much of this as you want in there. So I'm gonna put maybe about 3 or 4 of these little slices in here, and that's it. Okay, that's about all we can handle. But if you're brave, put it all in there. If you like the spicy stuff, put it all in there. If you don't like the spicy stuff, don't put nothing in there then. That's all I gotta say. That's it. Don't put nothing in there. Okay, so our crema's done. So now we're just waiting for that to be cooked. We're gonna put some of these green onions, just kind of sprinkle across the top, just for decorative purposes. But for all intents and purposes, we're pretty much done. This said this was gonna take us 35 minutes. In cooking time, we were just about there. We did talk for about 2 minutes.
And we added some chicken.
And we added chicken. So there you go. So that time is perfect. We're about to pull this out in about 45 seconds. Take a peek at it real quick.
And you're gonna be able to add the crema to it. You're done.
Yep, crema to it. You're done. And so that's about it. So if you like this video, subscribe. Consider sponsoring our work on Patreon. We'd love to be able to do more videos like this, more insane, crazy videos that we love to do. Check out our YouTube channel. There's other stuff that we do. Gardening, we do fix it up stuff. I've installed some central lights in this kitchen actually. So if you like motion sensor stuff, you know, I've actually done an electrical swap out of my electrical switches and put them all into motion sensor switches. So if you like videos like that and you want to check out stuff like that, check us out on our subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss, and also hit that notification bell so you can get notified when these videos come out like this. Okay, love you guys. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next time with Cooking with Tim.